People are freaking out because they just now realized, that the conference championship games don't matter. Like, they just realized it. Like, basketball people, most people inside basketball, and I've said this before about, even about Kansas, and like, people think it's, oh, you're disrespectful to Bill Self and the job they've done. They're like, no, I haven't, but they've won 12 Big 12 titles in a row. And I think the first 8 years, they were playing in the unbalanced Big 12 schedule. And now, here's the crazy thing about it. There weren't divisions. Like, they had one bracket, like 1 to 12, like one standings. But there were divisions in how the games were played. And so they were playing Colorado, who stunk, Nebraska, who stinks. Kansas State, for the most part, was bad until Bob Huggins went there and re-energized it. Iowa State, when this thing started, was terrible. Missouri went through spots where they weren't very good. Like, that's 4 of the teams. They played twice a year as opposed to teams in the South. Texas had Kevin Durant. Oklahoma had Blake Griffin, et cetera, et cetera. They only played once a year. So, of course, their conference record would be better. Right? It's the discussion we basically had about Iowa last year in the Big Ten. Right? Iowa last year in the Big Ten didn't play Michigan or Ohio State or Michigan State. Like, those are the 3 best teams in the Big Ten, and they didn't. Nary a one. And, of course, Iowa fans like, hey, man, look, we almost beat Michigan in the Big Ten title. Like, the hard part about both football and basketball is not playing a team once. It's the attrition of playing Ohio State one week, playing Wisconsin, then playing Michigan, then playing Michigan State. By the time you get to Michigan State, like, you gotten your ass kicked so many times, you're missing guys and you're just not the same. Right? That's like reality of sports. So in college basketball, we've smartly made this assessment that, like, Indiana won the Big Ten last year. They weren't the best team in the Big Ten because of the unbalanced schedule, right? And so regular season conference championships in these big conferences that don't play each other twice, only the Big 12 and Big East play each other twice in basketball, they don't really mean that much. They just don't. You got to look at the totality of the body of work. So I actually commend the College Football Playoff Committee in, hey, we're not trying to find a conference champion. We're trying to find a national champion. Those are not always one and the same. But to anybody who thinks like, oh, this is worse than ever. Dude, Penn State's like 4 times they've gone undefeated, haven't won a national championship, haven't gotten a piece of it. I remember 1990, Darian Hagan and the Colorado Buffaloes won a national championship. But so did Georgia Tech. I mean, think about that for a second when you have co-national champions. That's kissing your sister. Happened in 97 when I was in college, Nebraska and Michigan. Happened in 2003 as well, USC and LSU. So, I mean, if you actually think about it, as dysfunctional as college football's playoff system is, and as much as it's not fair and equitable, it's not. Western Michigan is not as good as those schools, but Western Michigan has not lost a football game. The crazy thing is, this is actually the best it's ever been. Think about that.